Hey guys, it's Gremlin, and I wanted to make a video today to tell you about some really good news. Um, so basically, if you watch one of my last videos, not the last, but the one before that, it's a video titled I Feel Stuck. And I talked a lot about the feeling of feeling stuck in the situation that I'm in, because every stride that I take forward, it feels like I'm taking 2 steps back. And just the horrible feeling of having to wait for, the things that I want. And basically, what happens towards the end of the video, if you didn't watch it all the way through, I kind of just came to the conclusion that I need to accept the fact that I'm just gonna have to wait. I've been waiting for, 20 plus years, and what's a couple more months? And so what I ended up doing is, after the camera turned off, I decided to just suck it up and be a big boy and call the gender clinic in my area and set up an appointment, even though I knew it was going to be probably out into September or October. And so that day I called and I said I'd like to set up an appointment to talk about hormone replacement therapy. And their availability, actually, they had 2 cancellations for the next day. And so I had my first appointment at the gender clinic on Friday the 13th, July Friday the 13th, and it went really well. So basically what had happened is I went in there and checked in. It was really nice because they didn't ask me for my first name, because they're very polite about things like that, because they know that people come in there don't necessarily have all of their legal things changed. And so if I were to go in there, like a regular doctor's office, typically I get dead named, like my legal name, what is on, all of my paperwork. But it was really nice because they just asked for a last name. So I told them my last name, they checked me in, everything was fine. And my partner actually came with me to this appointment, just for support. And I was really excited and I wanted them there. And so basically, we got called back, we went in together, and just kind of started talking about what I was there for. And I told him, hormone replacement therapy, and we started basically talking about the timeline of how things would go, because I have a recommendation from a therapist and all of those things. And we talked about, just kind of like what I expect from hormone replacement therapy, and I went through that and the things that are to be expected and all of those things, just making sure that I was aware, which I have been doing my research for the last 3, almost 4 years. And so we went through all of that, and basically here's what they told me. They told me that first I needed to figure out if I wanted to do anything to do with like preserving my fertility, because testosterone can, I believe it's decreased your chances of becoming pregnant one day, which I personally wouldn't want to carry. But, like for things like IVF or like whatever it is that they do, those little like test tube babies pretty much, that you can, harvest your eggs and freeze them and all of those things. So I asked for information about that to look over, which is a whole nother story in itself. I plan on making a full other video because it was a really tough thing that I kind of had to battle with myself. But anyway, that's for another time. We talked about that because I asked for information about that, and basically they gave me a timeline of how it was going to go. So my first appointment, I went in, we pretty much just talked and discussed. They gave me lab orders for blood work. They pretty much did a full panel of like everything they could test, like my cholesterol, my like red blood cell, white blood cell count, my blood sugar, even obviously tested estrogen and testosterone and some other hormone things. I think it had a test to do with my thyroid, which is important because I'm predisposed to having like a thyroid disorder that runs in my family, and so I'll have to be monitored very closely. And so basically they told me, go and get your blood work done and you will be good to come back in a week and a half, because it takes about a week and a half for specifically the hormone labs to be developed or processed, I guess. And so I actually went and got my blood work done yesterday, it was really expensive. All this is really expensive. One day I'm just gonna calculate up like everything that I've spent on my transition so far, because I know so far I'm at least $1,000 into it, and I haven't even started taking testosterone. But I've been saving this for a long time, so it's gonna be okay. But so basically they told me once you get your blood work done, you're gonna come in for your next appointment. And there's gonna be like a physical, like a full physical. I'm gonna have to be like naked in front of everybody, which sucks. But basically just making sure that I like got like a good bill of health before I start any HRT. And so I'm gonna do like a full physical, and then they'll teach me actually how to do my first injection. Well, it's not gonna be my first injection of testosterone, but they'll teach me how to do an injection with a saline solution. So I'll probably be injecting into my thigh or whatever. They'll teach me how to do that, which I'm kind of nervous for, but I'm gonna have to get used to it because I'll be injecting myself for the rest of my life. And so pretty much after that appointment, which they said everything that I have to get done is gonna take like 3 hours. It's gonna be like a 3-hour doctor appointment. Gonna review the labs and all of that. I'm gonna have to schedule another appointment, and after the second appointment, which is what I'm trying to get into right now, they're going to give me my prescription and like my dosage and everything after going over the labs. And so I'll get the prescription, I will fill the prescription, and I will come back for that third appointment, and I will give myself my first injection of testosterone in the office, which I'm really excited about, and I plan on, kind of documenting and posting and all that stuff. But, in the office they talked about, like, this does take a long time for a lot of people, but it should take a shorter amount of time for me because I already have my recommendation, and most people come in without even seeing a therapist first. And so I have no idea when all this is supposed to go down. I'm trying to schedule that second appointment. I don't know. They told me I would be good to come back in a week and a half, but I don't know, like, how, what their availability is and all those things. But I'm trucking along again. I hit a roadblock for a minute there, and I got really upset. And the second that I just kind of, like, gave in to the fact that, like, I'm just going to have to suck it up, things got better. But basically, yeah, I'm just trucking along, like, things are going really well, transition-wise. I just went to San Diego Pride, there's a video up about that, and just, like, hoping that I'm on my way. I'm sure I'm on my way out of this slump, or maybe it's just a really good time in the middle of it, I don't know. But right now, things are great, and I'm really excited for what the near future holds. But yeah, this is definitely a change of tone from my last video, but it's a good one. Anyway, I will definitely see you guys very soon, because that's the way things are looking. And so yeah, take care.